sale at Best Buy. Or maybe look on Amazon.
Hello, future audience. I am Shaggy. I am Philometea, and I am trying to get this to orient my face the correct direction and have the chat on, and it's just not happening today. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I want to play something. No, I want to play something. I want to do something with, but I also want to talk to you guys. And I'm trying not to get frustrated about it and just give up. So we'll make it work. I just need a setup to work macrame from. That's just what I need to do. I need to just focus on budgeting for that, knowing what the items are, knowing how much it's going to cost, making an Amazon wish list, just sitting down and actually doing it is what I need. It's what I need to do. It's just money, it's just money. And there's a part of me who doesn't believe in myself. And so I'm moving too slow to, hey, Alex, I got the chat to work for the future audience. Thank you for hanging with me through that difficulty. It's nothing that I'm doing, it's YouTube. Shit. Ooh. I am relaxed. I am really focused in on this game. I could let myself drift off to sleep. Not because I feel like I've done a day's work by any stretch of the imagination, but because I am relaxed. My belly is fed. Usually I keep my belly empty so that I don't have the midday contented sleepies, but also to push myself to work harder. You haven't earned it. You haven't earned it. Well, I earned it, and now I got to earn it again. And there's a certain contentedness to me right now. I could just go and lie in my tent and lie in the sun and just kind of do nothing and feel just fine about it. And that's you guys. You guys have given me that contentedness. It's not even about the money. It's not about the money. It's not about the food. It's not about the need. It's that. It's just a big, contented sigh of relief. And I just really, really appreciate it. It's nice to know that I don't have to watch over you at every second, or you'll leave. But if you can see my face and I'm yawning a lot, it's because I am very relaxed. It's decidedly not because I'm bored. Oh, it's because I'm relaxed and I'm not breathing properly. And I need to work my shoulder when I get back to the tent. Work my kettlebell. That's an exciting thing to need to do. It's an exciting thing to have. Well, I'm here for you, Alex. If you want to talk about it or if you just want to share, I'm here with you, man. That's what these are for. If I can't do anything but stand in solidarity with your suffering, I can be here for that. I'm I'm glad that the chat was working long enough for you to be able to share that with me. I hope the chat continues to work so that you can continue to share if, when, and as much as you like. Thank you for sharing that with me, Alex. I'm not going to read it out loud, but uh, thank you. Thank you. Um, I'm here if you want to talk about it. I'm here if you don't want to talk about it. I'm not going to try to make your day better. I'm not going to do some grand gesture or anything like that. Just know that I'm here for you, man. I'm here for you. There it is. And I appreciate not wanting to share something like that with a whole bunch of people around. But I think it was brave of you to share with me at all. But I do believe, Alex Chiga, that I have assembled a group of people, yourself included, that if you felt like you needed a community of people to lean on, there are people in this community who want to be there for you. Maybe not you specifically because they don't know yet, but I think you understand what I'm saying. I think I've assembled a group of people who want to be there for one another. So if the time comes that you want to share that with them, anyone, I trust that you have a safe place to do so. And if you don't, if it turns out that people aren't appropriate, I've got your back one way or the other. It's too hard out there to go it alone. So I'm not just going to ignore that you may or may not need help. And this goes to everyone, the future audience included, anybody who may or may not be watching. I've got your back. That might not mean much in the long run of life, because life is difficult. But I have your back. I believe in you. And if the chat is back to not working because of something that I've done, we'll take that as a sign, and I'll try a different game. Okay, chat is working. I appreciate you, Alex. You can't see the screen, Vito? I'm playing, it's called Titan Quest. It's a Diablo clone from like 2006. I say like, exactly 2000. Yeah, it has, RuneScape has a similar inventory system. It's blurry. I wish there was something I could do about that. I would have to start over the stream, or here, let's see if it makes the stream, guys. while I'm inside, I can be on the Wi-Fi. So hopefully that didn't break the stream or the chat. I'll be annoyed if it broke the chat. Why didn't I don't think it's ideal that my hand is jammed in your face either, but that's the only way I can interact with that menu. Is that better as far as the blur, Vito? Heard that, Alex. I went ahead and connected to the Wi-Fi since I'm inside. So hopefully that should help with the upload speed. Because the reason it was blurry is probably because my upload speed is slow. Heard that, Vito. Yeah. I'm glad that such a simple thing was able to both fix your experience and not break the chat. So I know both of those things are true now. You have a better visual experience, and I have a working chat that doesn't seem to be interacting with my control as I press buttons here during the game. And sometimes I think what happens is the chat interface and my controller try to sync up for some reason. I don't know why, what that reason could be. I love how close I was. I don't care. I'm sorry. I started to do this we're going to engage with the story and we're going to read all these, and then I just stopped caring very quickly. So I don't know what is. Hey, Hunter. Yeah, this is called Titan Quest. This is a cool game. I like it a lot. It's a Diablo clone. And so I've never played the first two Diablo games. But I've played this a little bit. I've never beaten this. I'm playing them through my phone. I get them through the Play app. Chia, Alex. The Play Store on, I'm using a Samsung Galaxy. Yeah, it's very cool. I do not like most of the music they play in this store. That makes me angry. The music makes me angry, not that I don't like it makes me angry. Yeah, it's cool when the chat works, Hunter, I agree. So long as the chat works, basically, I've figured you guys don't. Hey, Mel. I'm trying to create exactly for people like Mel, the chronically online. I'm trying to create maybe not a diversity of. I have medieval Total War on my phone. I was actually streaming it for a while. Gee, I was making videos about it for a while. But yeah, I am trying to make contentment, if not content, just a place that you can come and be like, I remember this. This is nice. For the chronically online, because I am chronically online. I've been chronically online since the late 90s. Oh, interesting, Vito. I know that the Apple has a Play Store. not a Play Store, but they have a game store. And then all I'm doing is I'm playing the game on my phone. I'm using a Bluetooth PlayStation 4 controller to control the game, and then uh, YouTube itself has a screencast option. So I'm just screencasting straight from YouTube, and it's just recording what's on my phone. It's recording my phone. It's actually recording this app. It might not be recording my face in the little circle right here, but it does that so it doesn't pick up anything but what's inside the game. I love it when the chat works, Hunter. Yeah, Mel, I'm trying to be resourceful. I'm trying to demonstrate that there are ways there are ways to generate an income, there are ways to satisfy an audience, and there are ways to give back that don't require things like stealing aluminum cans or whatever of the other, frankly, I think are insane and undignified ways to live as a person without a corporate job. Just because you don't have a corporate job doesn't mean you can't. Just because you don't have a corporate job doesn't mean you can't support yourself and you can't live with dignity. And the game is called Titan Quest, Vito. Titan Quest. Titan Quest 2 is about to be released if it hasn't been. I know I gained a level. I keep forgetting about it. I'll deal with it in a second here. There. That worked. Yeah, the gaming live, Hunter, you like that? I wish I were the first person to have thought of it. It's a it's a niche. If you have a good personality and you're fun to talk to, basically. It's not even that there's money to be made. There's work to be done entertaining the chronically online. And I take a great responsibility in that. I don't mean that ironically on any level. We just maxed out our rogue mastery, and I feel really sexy about that, to be honest with you. Because I really wanted this blade barrier. Like, that was basically all we've been doing this for. Now I gotta figure out how to get my controller back and where to put it. Oh, there it is. Cool. You have it, but it costs $1. It's too bad that blade whirl doesn't follow you around. Too bad it doesn't whirl around you. It only stays in the spot where you cast it. Yeah, I can still chat with you, Hunter. Yeah, that's what I like, is I can play this game because I want to play this game, but I've never been able to finish this game because I can't keep my head in it for long enough. But I can talk to you guys when I'm not paying attention to what's going on in the game. I find it very artistically fulfilling as a conversationalist. If conversationalist could be a career, a job, right? As a talker, and a person who likes to gather people around him, not because he's doing anything interesting, but because they're very interesting people. I find this very satisfying. Yeah, this is a Diablo clone called Titan Quest. Yeah, we're in Egypt right now, Mel. Yeah, the Prince of Persia vibes are on purpose. This is around the time that Prince of Persia was still a relevant franchise, 2006. Well, it's an honor to have you, Hunter. I just will reiterate, I'm not reading the quests. I do not care. I'm gonna need to read the quests. Search for a Telkeen in the Valley of the Kings, huh? Was I not in the valley? Oh, it says the Temple of Seti. Oh, I see it. Okay. I missed a spot up here. And because the chat is why we're doing this, I will be trying to keep an eye out for when/whether the chat breaks, because it can be really temperamental. There's not a lot going on. I thought that this would be more fun to roleplay, but there's long stretches of just poke, 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 and poke, and poke, and the story is kind of annoying. So there's not really a lot to lampoon. It's very bare bones on purpose. That's why it's still beloved. If I think THQ Nordic originally made it, but if the original developer hadn't gone out of business, this could have been a real rival. Yeah, hopefully it stays the way it was the other night. And thank you guys for not thinking that every time I mention, I don't know whether the chat's working or not. Thank you for not thinking that that's me fishing. I'm just trying to be honest with my perspective, because we can't know one another's perspectives. And yeah, hopefully it does keep working. These would freak me out though. Like, could you imagine you're just walking through the desert, la da 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 da, and then suddenly these torches just light up. I understand, like, as a gaming convention, they're there to tell me where I have and haven't been yet. Like, okay, you haven't been over here yet, but I think that would freak me out. I don't know that I would ever get used to it. Pew! Hey, buddy, bye, buddy. Have this jar of poison. And I sold my throwing axe. So the may I axe you a few questions doesn't work anymore. I can't just say that over and over again. So this is a little bit less hilarious to me right now. But I'm super powerful, and that is gratifying. We like being super powerful around here. But this is another game where we took the time. I talk about this all the time. We take the time at the beginning of a project to just get the foundation set. So we did a bunch of grinding at the beginning to make sure we had good gear and that we were a little higher level than the challenge. And now we've just ridden being higher level than the challenge this whole time by taking it slow and doing it right. I really appreciate all that positivity, Hunter. I really do. I'm trying to make a welcome place that's different than what other people do. I've looked around the internet and I've found that there's no place for me. That there's just no place that I can exist, that already exists, that I can just fit right in and be a member. There's no place that exists like that. And so I figured, well, if there's one, there's two, and where there's two, there's an infinite number. And so I figure if I cultivate a community, if I cultivate an environment around myself by managing and cultivating my own soul, my own spirit, my own well-being, that other people will want to be involved, not just in helping, but participating. And participation is where the magic comes from. So whether I am or am not charismatic, whether I am or am not leading a cult, what I don't want to do is surround myself with people who feel lesser than me, like I'm above them. What I want is people that leave my presence and go out in the world and make a positive impression on the people around them. There's no greater word of mouth than going, wow, you're really pleasant to be around. And somebody saying, yeah, my life was a ball of shit before I met Shaggy. And then I met Shaggy and I turned myself around on the inside, and now I can give back to you today. There's no greater word of mouth than that. I don't even want that, the word of mouth, that specific fantasy. What I want is for you guys to be safe. I want you to be able to just breathe and relax and know that as bad as it sucks, I've got your back. Right, Al? I've got your back. Alex. Sorry. Hey, Billy. How are things? Are things progressing at a natural pace? You don't have to answer that question. Obviously. You don't have to answer any of the questions I ask. You have agency. I'm not your boss. I'm just thinking about you. I like to check in on your guys' lives, like checking in on a sitcom or something. Like, how are they doing this week? Are their stories progressing in a way that makes sense? Are they writing their lives in a way that's healthy for them? Chad is back. What's up, Ghost? I do care, Billy. You don't have any reason to be sorry, Hunter. The chat is here for you, bud. 100% a sitcom. I've always felt that way about my life, Mel, that my life is just a comedy of errors. Mr. Ghost, great to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. It is afternoon here. That means it's pretty late where you're at, doesn't it? You're 6 or 8 hours ahead of me, aren't you? This game is called Titan Quest, Billy. It's a Diablo clone from 2006. I didn't put it in the title or the description or anything like that of this video because it crashed 2 times on my way to opening it, and every time it crashes I have to fill out the description, refill out the title, and after the first time I do all that stuff, it annoys me. Re-add the thumbnail. And it annoys me, and it inclines me to give up, and so rather than giving up, I just move on. I figure if God wanted me to have all that ostentation, I would have it the first time. Ah, I hear, Ghost. Please be smart, okay? Please be smart. Make choices that are the best for your health. I think I understand what you're saying, Billy. Ah, your autocorrect is getting you. Yeah, and for the record, I know there are a lot of people that feel guilty, like, oh, he's playing a cool game that actually looks really fun and I really want to play that. I don't know that you've ever said anything in chat that makes me feel stressed. I don't know why you're asking me that, Hunter. But it's a huge compliment. It's a huge compliment to see someone playing a game, see me playing a game and be like, ooh, I would rather do that than watch that. That's a huge compliment. That means I played it well enough that it looks fun, and that's what I'm trying to do. Mr. S gave me the best advice. He gave me the advice that got me to come out of my shell a little bit. Really, Billy? Is the weather that nice? Make sure that I don't know how cold it gets at night, but make sure that you're prepared for it to dip in temperature pretty dramatically at night, especially if you're outside. And you want to be prepared for the wet. Heard that, Ghost. I think that I have a friend who is testifying that a miracle has happened in his life in my text. And I don't know if he's having a psychotic episode or not, if I should be worried about him, or if weird things are moving in his life. Shouldn't get cold? Okay. Heard that, Billy. Just between me and you, because you know I'm not hitting on you and I'm not inviting myself into your backyard to use your tent. You should know that by now. Um, People have asked me a few times, like, what would I do if a girl really liked me? And I've jokingly meant it that I would just live in her backyard in my tent if she would let me. Just let me keep sleeping in my tent so I can maintain a little bit of my independence. But I'll do your dishes or something. Yes, please. I hate this song too. Hate is a stronger feeling than I should have for anything. Shouldn't cultivate feelings of hate. I wouldn't even say that I'm good at this game. So, like, wanting to play it because watching me play it looks fun just means that I'm playing it in a way that looks fun. 90 degrees at 11 there, Alex? Yeah, Mel. Yeah. The marriage worked the best when I was married. My You do your own dishes. Yeah, Billy, I'm not inviting myself to do your dishes. I wasn't talking about you. I do want to emphasize that. I have answered other people with that question. Yes, Hunter, you're doing better about not asking for personal information. Heard that, Ghost. But yeah, it was best when we had separate lives and we came together for joint projects and Nookie. But she was happier when there were three of us in the bed. Madge, if you were in the live, I'm reading you. If you were in the live, you would know that I'm reading your text, buddy, and that I'm concerned for you. I love you. I hope you're okay, man. Joint projects. Yeah. And Nookie. Like, I felt like I had a really healthy relationship with my wife. I felt like we had a really healthy marriage. And then she wanted to make our marriage about drama and creating friction because one of her friends was getting a lot of attention for going through a capricious and unnecessary divorce. She was cheating on him a lot. She was cuckolding him in his bed, making him walk home or walk in on her with other men in his bed, and her friends rallied around her like she wasn't a bad person. And my wife didn't like that. She didn't like it. She got jealous, is what I mean. And so she started doing that stuff. I don't know what that's about, but that's why I agree with Mel that you're just better if you have semi-separate lives. And so, yeah, I make the joke that if a woman wanted me in her life, I would want to live in my tent in the backyard as much to maintain my independence as I really like my channel where it is right now, and I just don't want to change it for that, if that makes sense. I know there are a lot of you out there that would be very happy for me, and nothing would really change in your opinion. I love tents too, Billy. I've been thinking and talking about this on the channel since I became homeless. So I don't think that this is beyond the pale as subject matter, but if it makes you uncomfortable, I appreciate that. I've been smoking cigarettes. I started smoking cigarettes as in like tasting them and wanting to smoke them, wanting to be able to buy my own in fifth grade. But I didn't start buying my own until I had I celebrated paying the first and last month's rent on my first apartment at 18 with a pack of cigarettes. Hunter. I don't think Hunter asked me that. I think Alex asked me that. That's when I started smoking. It actually wasn't even celebrating paying my rent on my apartment. It was I celebrated my first tip at Steak and Shake with a pack of cigarettes. So I've been working and celebrating for tips for a long time. Now I worked grill, so I made an hourly wage at Steak and Shake, but I bought a pack of cigarettes with the first tip that I got from somebody who ate at the Bittersweet Symphony. Heard that, Alex. It's better. This game, Tutiwi, is called Titan Quest. It's a Bronze Age, early Iron Age themed Diablo clone. It's actually kind of confused as far as its timelines. It's entirely fictional as far as its timelines. Oh, like Billie Eilish? No, I don't know her music, Billie. Feels like summer. If I've ever heard it, it's not that I don't want to. It's that I won't be able to queue it up on this. I won't be able to queue it up for this live, Billy. But if you link to it on one of my shorts or something, it's not on a gaming device. It's just on my phone, Tutiwi. But you should be able to get this game. This game's from 2006. You should be able to get a port of it on every gaming service. So PC, Xbox, PlayStation. I know it's on the Switch. And then I got confirmation that it's on the iPhone, and then I'm playing this from Google Play is what it's called. This is actually in the Google Play Pass, so if you pay the $5 or $15, whatever it is a month, this is free for the Google Play Pass. You have your Switch with you, Billy? What's your game on the Switch? What's your favorite game, Billy? Any of you, what's your favorite, the game that you like to pass the time with? I wouldn't call this one of my favorites. Well, I would call this one of my favorites. I wouldn't call it one that I've ever beaten, but I love it as a pastime. It's just a giant time sink is really all it is. But that's what video games were in 2006, just massive time sinks and collectathons. That's why everybody liked Uncharted so much, and responding to the time sink of video games is where Dark Souls came from. RuneScape Mobile, maybe King Cloud. I never played the original RuneScape, so I don't have the nostalgia for RuneScape. Your favorite game is Skyrim? Your TV? I hate that game, but I'm glad you like it. You play Mario Kart a lot. That's cool. Which Mario Kart? The Mario Kart 8 or 10 or whatever? The one that's on Switch? Or the one that's on the Nintendo emulator? The original SNES Mario Kart. My brother and I played the fuck out of that. Indeed, Ghost. I hear you, man. I can't contribute to what you're saying or read it out loud, but I hear you. You fucker. You need to finish Skyrim? Rainbow Six Siege, but your internet's not good enough to play competitively on Line 2 TV? I haven't played that franchise at all. None of them. Heard that, Billy. You play the more recent one? The more recent of the Mario Kart games? That's cool. I haven't played any of them since the NES. Someday I'd like to play the Breath of Fire series for the channel too. I've only ever played a little bit of the first one, just enough to be like, okay, where are the dragons? When does this story become good? And the third one. The third one's really cool. But it also starts really slow, so I've barely ever played it. Yeah, you like to achievement grind in older games? Sky Children of the Light? I don't know that game, Billy. And Alex, you like to achievement grind in older games? That's cool. Achievement grinding can be a fun it can be a fun challenge. That's what they're there for. They're there to encourage you to play the game for years and years and years, and then give people who are coming back to the game, maybe with no knowledge of the game's popularity at the time, give them something to do in the game, give them a reason to play and get good at the game. That's actually why I don't like the Switch, is because there are no built-in achievements like Steam, Xbox, PlayStation. I don't like that there are no achievements on the Switch. Actively dislike it. Because a lot of the games that don't have achievements on Switch have achievements on those other three platforms. That annoys me. It bothers me. It's like Nintendo wants us to have no reason to play their games. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, neat, Billy. You have to save the world from and everybody's souls are trapped? This guy asks, where did all the good people go? I've met a bunch of good people recently. I've met a lot of really impressively good people. Trying to get comfortable here in this booth is hilarious to me today. Really struggling with it. My left arm hurts, so I must be hanging it funny. Energy potion. Oops. Yeah, on the computer, this is a point and click with your mouse type game. And I actually do like this interface better. I like actually kind of like the touch interface even better than the controller interface for games like this. So I'm glad this game found a way to exist, because it had one of those, hellish life's development cycles. I don't know the full story, but it was tortured in development, and then the company that published it went out of business. immediately after. So maybe THQ Nordic didn't buy it up, or maybe THQ Nordic had to buy it back. I don't remember exactly how that went. Just spending my points at random. What is that shield in my inventory? What is this? Mystic shield. It's better than my shield. Huh. But not by much. I like the retaliation, though. I don't like anything else. I don't like losing that strength. What the hell? Come on. What is this? Tutmosis buckler? Oh, it's way better. And extra block chance. It's actually a lot better. So Tutmosis, it looks like a stelly, but hey, it's a shield, I guess. What's this? Corona of stability? Nope. Okay. Is my inventory full? Is that why I'm in here? Who knows? Let's go. Moving on. Thank you for those likes, guys. Oh, I didn't do everything that I needed to do while I was in my... There we go. Alright, just made our poison attacks on our weapon better and leveled up our fire so that we got more intelligence, and I'm gonna have to go back to town soon. Added a point to something else. Who remembers? Oh, I added an ability to my poison vial so that it's more powerful. I think a change, she says, will do you good. Sheryl Crow, man. What happened to her? Her music went from alright to that song about just wanting the beach or whatever. What happened to her? Did she date too many movie stars? Or Jewel. She went and got her teeth fixed and then her music started to be bad. What's that about? Boom. I think a change will do you little fuckers good. Now you're dead. Ooh, that was visually stimulating. This is gonna be a boss. It's a Talking! I have a quest to kill you. Please stand still. Let this happen. Ah. I'm stabbing you in the head. You're not gonna last much longer, my friend. This is bad for you. Your boss, the boss of the game, is gonna be very upset that you did not survive this for very long. Oh no! Cuneiform tablet. That's going to be sending us to Sumeria. Why are you sending us to Sumer? Well, because the game continues, huh? Boop and dee, boop and bow, boop and do you good. And big and dee, boop and gow, boop and do you good. That's not what she says. That sword's crazy looking. Da-da-da-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Selling all the shit. What? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. What do we got here? Health, energy. Nah, we're good. We good. We good. Oh boy. Let's see if one of these is anklets real quick. Weapons. 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 Torso. Rings. Torso. Damn it. Rings. Bows. Shields. Shields. Why? I don't have anything that can upgrade. That'll have to do, pig. Okay, and we return. Cuneiform tablet. Okay, that's that, I guess. That is that. Oh, this is probably not where I wanted to go back to, but we move on. Just press forward. Hello, friend. You chose the wrong shabby pibada. Amenhotep the First. His tomb is guarded with ghosts. Sir, you have ghosts. I ain't afraid of no ghost. 2 ghosts. I ain't afraid of 2 ghosts either. Attack the wall. Let it know who's boss. I do like that they bothered to have the walls painted. I wish that they hadn't had them painted in a repeating motif. I wish they were painted appropriately, but you know, torture development cycle, money, all that. Repeating motif it is. Who's gonna look? Who's gonna know? Who's gonna care? Vincent Dennis is gonna care someday. And see that they weren't anticipating me caring is nothing. It's a joke. I hold that against them. You didn't make this for me, with me specifically in mind? What's wrong with you? Don't you know that I'm a genius and all the things that I like are lucrative? I don't mean that. Stabbing these dudes in their dome heads. Okay, and then we move. Just carrying a stele on my left arm. It's hilarious. And going from Greece to Egypt is actually a move backward in technology, especially weapons technologies. And so if we're going to Sumer next, we're taking an even further step backward in time to weapons technologies. It's just funny to me. This game is a grab bag of archaeological eras. They're like, nobody will notice. So it's hard for me not to criticize that. Nah, nobody will notice. Attitude they took. I noticed. But I'm one of the, 10 million? 100,000 people who've played this game. It's more than 100,000. It's probably fewer than 10 million. Probably about 10 million. I would have thought that they wouldn't actually want me to move forward from there. What does the game actually want me doing? It wants me to take the tablet back to Emotep and Thebes. Okay, Emotep. Too afraid to go into the tombs of your ancestors? Sending me out side mission? What's wrong with you? Where are you? I'm in Malte. I'm beginning to think he's not actually in Thebes. I'm beginning to think I probably should have read some of these dialogue options. Hello! You defeated the Telkeen? Yes, I did. Oh, you got more talking. Yeah, thanks. I don't really think I want to go through this gate, though. Whatever. Just throw the bottle. Visually spectacular. Stabbing you in the head with my pokey stick. How do you like it? I imagine it's less fun for you than it is for me. Donk. Hee hee hee. Stabby with the pokey stick. Stabbing with the pokey stick. Yeah, it's hard to use this game to like talk about deeper stuff and use it philosophically because it doesn't go to philosophical places. It was not trying to be that kind of game. I don't know that I'm exactly faulting it for that. If anything, I'm criticizing myself for using a game that was inappropriate for the medium, the effect that I want. But so far so good, I think. We had a nice chat. The chat moving there real nice for a while. I got a whole bunch of likes for my screencasting live streams. They don't tend to generate a lot of likes. So I really appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you sharing the time with me. It's very cool of you. Just kind of a Tuesday. Just kind of feels like a Tuesday, doesn't it? Just kind of just a normal day. Slow if I'm engaging by the business here at the Panera. Just a slow, maybe lazy Tuesday. I gotta be careful calling things lazy from my perspective. I don't have as many passersby that want to say hurtful things to me when I screen grab, which is why I started doing it, actually, because the chat breaks so frequently, or because it's less fun to talk to me directly in this medium. But another temple with a huge set of stairs. The Temple of Hatshepsut. This is a real place with real mysteries around it at the time. Now Hatshepsut is a very well documented woman because of Kara Cooney, but at the time Kara Cooney I don't think was as well published as she is now on the subject of women, great women in history. She wrote a book called Women Who Would Be King, I think, and Hatshepsut features prominently in that book because Hatshepsut was Ramesses II, Ramesses III, one of those Ramesses. She was his stepmother, something like that, and she retained the regency of Pharaoh until she died. And then after she died, her stepson, son-in-law, whatever the hell he was, to her went around and had her name and face erased from all of her monuments. So she was a mystery that we didn't know about until a long time after Egyptology was a thing. Her name and likeness had been erased. And so when we talk about name, image, licensing, name and likeness licensing, uh, this is why. This is why it's so important. Someone else controlling your name and likeness is death. It's to be living but dead. Can't get you off my mind. I kind of like this song. It's at least honest to the experience of being in love with a girl. But he says some really stupid things to support his emotions. Maybe it's not this one, because all he basically says is, we've been doing all this late night talking about anything that you wanted until the morning. I'm so glad you're in my life. I can't get you off my mind. I can respect those feelings. I just wish he didn't repeat it so many goddamn times. We've been doing all this late night. It's just too much. But that's like what I don't like about modern music in general, is that they think that having a good vocal harmony, a good vocal melody is a song, and that everything supports the vocal melody, and there's nothing else happening in the song. And I find that just painfully boring after the first verse, because the verses aren't good enough. They're not writing ballads, so that the verses aren't telling a story. They're just trying, literally the verses are a vehicle to the chorus. I don't like that. I'm gonna die. Maybe I'm not either. That's a really powerful attack. Like the best thing you can hope for any kind of transition or movement in pop music is like a bridge or like a pre-chorus. I find it just repetitive. I find it predictable and repetitive. You only really need to listen to the first 45 seconds of a song or so, and why is the song so long? Because it's background noise. It's paired with the visual spectacle of the live. And so the visual spectacle is overwhelming in the live environment of a whatever, a venue, a stadium, a club, whatever. And then I have very little doubt that this woman's live show is mostly naked, because it's incongruous with the music. It has no reason to be a fact, so that's just what it is. I don't like that either. And maybe that's virtue signaling, because I grew up in a household after the satanic panic of the 90s, during the satanic panic of the 90s, but I didn't know about the satanic panic part until after. But I grew up in a household where my mother was very concerned. My mother was very concerned that I not listen to sexually explicit music. So I never got a taste for it. I guess. Sucks for you. The Hall of Prometheus. Why is Prometheus in a Egyptian anything? Egypt was already no longer the entity that we consider Egypt when Prometheus was invented. So they're probably trying to do some like deeper mythological thing that I'm not catching because I'm not reading these text boxes because this is a jumbled confusion of times and places, mythologies, peoples, histories, lived experiences. And so I've reduced this game to pressing X while I kill this stuff. Oh, I've got the hiccups and it's the worst. It's giving me minor gas that I'm now burping. And it's highly uncomfortable. Time is up. That's not how I see the time. Thank you guys for all those likes. I have no way of knowing if I've busted my chat. It hasn't moved in a while, but if I haven't busted my chat and it's not moving, that means that you guys are enjoying the way I'm talking to myself. You guys are enjoying what you're seeing on the screen. Those likes fill my heart with so much surprise. I mean it when I say that I trust you guys. I trust your judgment. Asking for a like and getting it is like, okay, well, what did that mean? I asked for it, I got it. Not asking for it and getting it, that tells me something. It's communicating to me. So I trust your ability to communicate to me. And honestly, I trust you to communicate honestly with me. Because I don't think I'm a pitiable person. I think that's why people come to me and they're so confused. They're like, but you're homeless. Why are you homeless? You're so intelligent. Why are you homeless? How can you be so intelligent and homeless? And so I appreciate your discretion. That's all I'm saying. I appreciate your intelligence. I appreciate you letting me be an artist and taking me seriously as someone who's trying to make art in a different kind of way. We exist at a transition between ways of being, the old and something new and unique to this century, this time, this future. Told you. Except they're calling it Babylon instead of Sumer. They're 500 years ahead of when they want to be. But an effort was made. And I've never made it this far. So that's pretty cool. Oh, I thought you guys were bad guys. We're at the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Wrong historical era. But we move on with that. Juggernaut. Throw this bottle, bro. Juggernaut's Ichthian armor. Ichthian is a fun word. Ichthian. We could have more enemies. There you go. Say you could spawn more enemies. Come on, cast one of these spells. Jungle something. I don't know why it's called a jungle anything. We're not in the jungle. We are in the desert. They really want me to know that the Hanging Gardens of Babylon here were of massive scale. infected with bad shit. They really, really want me to know that the Hanging Gardens were huge and that there are a lot of monsters on them. This is hilarious. We now know how long one wall is. Or one face, one side is hilarious. And are they going to make it pyramidal? Are they going to make it a ziggurat? They really are going to make me clear off the whole surface area. They're going to make me clear off the entire surface area of the ziggurat. I don't mind. It's just funny. It's just a little tedious. It's like very repetitive. Walk forward, and then if I were pointing and clicking on a computer, I would be bored. I would be actively bored. But I am having fun. Even if I were bored, I'm having fun. It's amusing, and it's beautiful to look at. Stunning. This isn't an HD remaster or anything like that. It was just a beautiful game, even back then. Beautifully rendered, with the assets and the colors that they had available to them. This is a lot more visually stimulating than Egypt. Egypt was boring to look at. I'm glad that it was much faster than Greece. It felt like I got through Egypt a lot faster than Greece. But maybe I did Greece, I ground more. Maybe I just took Greece slower in general because I backtracked and gained levels just to do it more. I don't know. I don't think I'm supposed to be this powerful either. Like, I don't think my build is supposed to be this powerful. Yeah, stabbing. He basically makes the same noises as Link and Zelda. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sound design's not awesome. There's no music. There might be. I might have it turned off. Stabbing you in the head and you in the head till you are dead. Bow, bow. Go get this regeneration shrine that we don't need. Stab you. Actually, I do need it. I've only got 10 health potions left. Oh, thank goodness they're not actually going to make me do the whole perimeter. They're just going to let me zigzag up this left and middle side, left front side. Portal back to Thebes. It's too bad there aren't actual portals between Thebes and Babylon. That'd be sweet. Hey. I wonder how you would commercialize a portal like that. Diddle 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 doo doo ba doodle doo dee dabba diddle ding dong go doodle doo hey. I see. That's costing me energy. No. Hello, respawn point. Stab, stabbin', 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 stab. I should be even more powerful now than I was last time I was here. How do you feel about that? You guys don't feel good about it. Oh boy. Oh boy. The big jungle creep gets to die in those spinny blades. Sucks for you. Not so much for me. How many layers is this thing tall? That's the problem with repetitive stuff like this, is I start to think like, okay, when's this going to be over? It's very repetitive. How long do I have to do this before it does something other than this repetition? And the answer is a while. A while yet, I still have to go. Mahogany chest. That desk is mahogany. Boom. I skipped a stairs back there. I know it. I saw it. I'll return. Maybe I didn't. I thought I did. I am suddenly too powerful. I have spent my points in such a way, my whatever they're called, skill points, whatever, feat points. No, don't do this to me. I don't want to go back to town right now. Hoi! Oh, that worked out. Oh no, don't be a dead end. I was about to say. We don't want dead ends. Some kind of... Oh, the Temple of Marduk. I was talking about Marduk and Tiamat on the channel earlier today, guys. Peters. Ye mean. Ye mean. Leviathan and Tiamat are the same mythological figure. Marduk, El, and Baal are very much similar figures. Very much similar mythological figures. Stop. Gonna need that slime to be dead. Euronymous? I don't know what a Euronymous is, but I end up fighting a lot of them. I know what a Hieronymus is. It's a Bosch of some sort. Stabby, pokey, stabby, pokey, stabby, pokey, pokey, stabs, pokey, stabby, pokey, stabs. We gotta sing our way through our work here. Stab, 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 stab. Hee hee hee. La 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 la. She doesn't ask for much, just give her love, baby. That could be a lot. What if you've got a shit personality? It could be a lot to give you love if you got a shit personality, homie. What are you really asking me for? Boom! I love that new attack, or I love how powerful that is. Now, that bottle, it's not new anymore. It's been a level or two since I bought it, but hey, stabbing you in the head. Throwing this bottle down. Boom! And then as it throws little fireworks out that do bleeding damage. Don't even need the bleeding damage. Hey, what's your problem? Why are you slowing me down? I'm trying to fight this thing. Do you have no manners? Did you not see me? Well, you're Ratman. I guess you probably don't have manners. You're barely human. I don't know that you are human at all. La 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 la. And yeah, the chat hasn't moved in a while, guys, and so if you're using it, it is probably broken on my end. And if you're not using it, that means that I am putting on a decent enough show that you can just chill. And that's perfectly acceptable. This is a gift from me to you. I see there's a door out already. But this dungeon is still going, so why does it want me to take this exit? It doesn't. Okay, weird. Why does this continue this way? Who built this? And I don't even mean the game designer. Like, who built the inside of this ziggurat to look like this? Why the iron gates? They were a pre-iron. Babylon was a pre-iron civilization, guys. Who built this? Don't tell me the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki don't exist. The Anunnaki are the sons of Anu, like Marduk was a son of Anu. Do 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 do. I never liked Gwen Stefani. I don't know if this is Gwen Stefani. That's just how I feel about that. This is probably not Gwen Stefani. Because this doesn't sound like No Doubt. I'm pretty sure this is older than No Doubt. I was a little kid when this song was released. And I've already told you about my mother and sexually explicit music. This was not played in the household. The messaging is also concerning at best. He treats her badly, but she doesn't care about anything but him. Alarming, for sure. Basically, what I'm doing right now in my head is I'm assuming the chat's broke. I'm assuming the chat's broken. But I see you guys are there. I see the likes are there. I'm going to check periodically my battery and my analytics. And when I look up and that's a 0, I'll reset the chat. That's how I'll know. Otherwise, I'm going to assume that at least what I'm providing is worth sitting through. That's kind of, I'm still at the, I have no confidence, and if you're willing to sit through it, then it's something, a stage. I need to know exactly how much money I have. I need to be thinking about that instead of just, it's all good. Because I'm hungry again. Salads do that. But it'll be okay. I can go and I can eat at Taco Bell. These things take forever to kill. Put a little more fire on my primary attack if I want to. Next time I level. Which is a while from now. Don't really need to be thinking about it. Also, I made myself excited. I'm going to get to play Final Fantasy IV in the next couple of days. We should beat 3 tonight. So I got myself all excited. I forgot what 4 adds to the franchise. So 4 is much, as difficult as 3 is, 4 is actually a lot more difficult. 4 is a lot more difficult and is a much, much bigger game in narrative scope. The story that 4 is telling is much, much more mythical, much more legendary, much more fantastical than what 3 is trying to do. 3 opened the scope of 1, and 4 upped the scope of 2. So that's exciting. I have been kind of, riding the train of playing 3 because I haven't been really going for micro goals like leveling anybody's, really caring about how I level my people, trying to get them to 99, ultra powered, overpowered. I haven't been worried about anything like that. We're just playing through the stories to talk about them, and then we'll play the gameplay loops that we like. We'll just play whichever gameplay loop you guys like most after I finish 6 for the relaxation, or I'll just play different RPGs entirely. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm actually in that kind of just rambling, talking to myself place that I can find myself when I'm doing the relaxy stream. I'm hoping that's what you guys are here for today. Just kind of talking to myself, just kind of thinking, letting my Zen habit play out as an external monologue rather than an internal monologue. I'm really proud of the money that we have generated into my bank account. I'm a little, it's been so much that I'm a little embarrassed about it. And so that's a really, really good thing. There are people out in the world who are jealous of what we've done, and for a lot of people, that in its own is motivation. And then I just remind myself it's not about the reward, it's about the work, it's about the good that we do, it's about providing, this is cool looking, something different, something that we can be content with, proud of at the end of the day. And it's about getting to know you guys. Oh, that's I'm glad that it's. I believe in you, Madge. I just hope you're being smart, buddy. Less damage from plants? That's random. That's pretty cool. Extra armor, extra resistance, extra block damage, extra health regen, and then reduction for strength reduction for all weapons, armor, and shields. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna wear that. I kind of like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. I have 1 million. I have 1.2 million of this game's currency and a fourth and empty box. You're not going to have any weapons that I want. Yeah. Sorry about having my hand in your face. 'Tis the interface of the game, not me. In ancient times, he says there were... Then I skipped it. In ancient times. Ah! Yeah, run from the Zigbians. They're very dangerous. Poke, poke. Like, I guess for these people, it's a good thing that you don't have the opportunity of not being the good guy. Because, like, I'm so powerful at this point, I just rule the universe. Like, if I'm this powerful relative to regular humans, it's a good thing I'm benevolent. Because if I weren't benevolent, their lives would be just the worst. It's Cave, and yeah, I like this song a great deal. I don't know why you couldn't just stay with me. I can't actually hear it. And I'm a little bit dark. No, can't hear it. I don't know what part of the song he's in. No, not here. Not while I still need you around. Don't know me? Yeah, I'm not changing. Come on. Just might feel good. take things for granted. This song is a beautiful examination of the way people act in the relationship after a bad breakup. I was mistreated by my ex, so I'm going to mistreat you because I want to. I don't know why he couldn't just stay with me. He couldn't stand to be near me when my face don't seem to want to shine. Because it's a little bit dirty. Well, don't just stand there saying nice things to me. Now when I've been cheated, I've been wronged. You don't know me. Shaggy's a little bit better than this song. Shaggy can change, and he will do something instead of refusing to do nothing at all to get back at you for not giving him what he wants. He just does something, anything, even when he was in captivity with that woman. Something, anything, even when I was in HRSA. Something, anything. Right. That's what I did then. Just right. Make things with macrame, right? Try. Push myself to make something, do something. Don't just sit here. Don't just molder. Don't just languor. That's me. But don't rush it. I agree with him about that. Don't rush this. Sustainability, man. It's about sustainability. Not permanent or perpetual growth, but sustainable growth. Thank you guys for being here. I am pretty confident my chat's busted now. I can no longer see it moving. And so if you guys have been talking to me and talking to one another and keeping it moving and keeping the participation, even though I can't talk back to you, I deeply love you and I really appreciate it. You're telling YouTube that you like this. It means a lot to me. And see, here's the thing. I'm stubborn. I see that there are 3 of you here with me. I'm stubborn enough that even though I know you can't chat with me, I know you're trying and I can't see it, I'm stubborn enough that because you're here, I'll stay. Thank you. Next time it makes sense to do so, I will reset the stream though. I love you guys. Even those passersby who say silly, hurtful things are just trying to be funny. They're just trying to pass the time and fill the meal themselves. It's trying to pass the time. They're just trying to do something about the nothing. It speaks to their character that the things they want to do about the nothing are hurtful. But humans are just an animal. We're just an animal until we choose to be more than just an animal. And they haven't chosen to be more than just an animal yet. If you could teach a monkey to speak English and you didn't teach it to be more than just a monkey, it would say and do the same things that they do. Just basal instincts voicing themselves in YouTube chats, and I'm not condescending or even being upset about them. The ones who upset me are the ones who take themselves seriously as monkeys, who don't know they're just a monkey. Because what you watch, Jesus made this very clear. What you eat, what you consume, the material that you watch doesn't make you virtuous. What you say, what you do. He said what you watch doesn't make you unclean. What you consume, what you eat isn't what makes you unclean. And he was talking about Jewish purity laws. what you consume isn't what makes you unclean. What makes you unclean is what you say, and it doesn't make you unclean. It marks you as unclean, because saying unkind, saying hurtful, saying unclean things indicates that your mind, your insides are unclean. If when you speak, people get sick, you're contagious. You are sick. You see what I'm saying? And so if when people hang out with me long enough, they stop doing that, and when they speak, the things that they say aren't ill, aren't sick, aren't hurtful, I'm not winning. They are. That's how I advocate for what I'm doing. I'm here to teach you how to win. Maybe not teach. Because like one thing I'm not going to do is, I had a guy arguing with me this morning about Buddhism. He's trying to tell me that the Buddha said that something was suffering and he was wrong, and he's trying to argue with me. What I'm not going to do is argue with you. I'm most certainly not going to argue with you about dogma and doctrine. Especially not for fictional people. Like Siddhartha Gautama and Jesus the Christ are fictional people. I'm not going to argue with you about them. I'm not going to argue with you about them and what they said, because they're fictional. Mythology is a higher level of abstraction than fiction. Well, I was hoping they would bring me to a town, because usually they bring you to cities and towns. But they're saying that Babylon, I don't know why there's forests in Babylon, along the Silk Road, no less. Are we in India already? How did I get from Babylon to India? There's like a whole Saudi Arabian desert between here and there. It might not be the Saudi Arabian desert, but there's like a whole desert between Babylon and India. There are no forests like this in Babylon. Maybe in the cedar forests of Lebanon, but Lebanon is a very, very, very far way away in terms of foot traffic, walking on foot from Babylon. You're not walking from the cedars of Lebanon to Babylon. Even in Gilgamesh, when Gilgamesh and Enkidu go to the cedar forests of Lebanon in the Epic of Gilgamesh, it's a multi-day trek. Why are we in snow? Where does this game think we are? Bactria and Woods? How the fuck did we get to Bactria from Babylon? Where does it think that Babylon was? This is why I'm not reading the story of this game, and why I'm kind of not paying attention, because the geography of Greece in the first act makes sense, but the second and third acts haven't made any sense as far as the geography goes. You're just going like random places in Egypt by running north, and it's like, if you arrive in Egypt by boat and then go north, you're back in Greece, because you just walked across the Mediterranean. So I'm trying not to let the geography of this game annoy me. But like if you walk north from Babylon, you just reach more Babylon, basically. Just more Mesopotamian desert, Tigris and Euphrates, and Lagash, and just other Sumerian cities. It's strange. Everything that's happening right now is strange. Why am I fighting Yeti? Yeti are in the Himalayas. This game is just confused now, and it's starting to upset me actually. Nothing that's happening or has happened for the last half hour of this game makes any sense. Neanderthals are in Europe. They're in the Neander Valley. Where are we? When are we? And so again, this game had a very tortured development cycle. I'm assuming that this game meant to have many, many more acts than 3, and that Babylon was probably going to be a hell of a lot longer. We're in the Amdo region. How have we gotten into Europe again? Like, how did we cross back into Europe? We didn't even go through Anatolia. This is funny. A village. Shangsheng. We're in China? What? Yeah, we're in East Asia. We skipped from Babylon all the way to East Asia. We are in the Himalayas. How did we get from the ziggurat in Babylon to East Asia? Your guess is as good as mine, but I'm gonna go ahead and reset the stream, and we'll play something else. 2 hours of this is good, and the views have dwindled like I asked you to do for me. Thank you.